This video will show how to use Jupyter, Docker, and a project I've been working on called LaunchBot to streamline the setup for Pete Borden's great TensorFlow for Poets article. The goal is to get the reader into the meat of the content in as simple a way as possible and eliminate a lot of the complexities and distractions from setting up the environment. So the first thing I did was convert the existing article into a Jupyter notebook and put it up on GitHub. So here is the article itself. And since GitHub renders the IPyNB format automatically, the repo is a really nice reading format. So you can see it looks really nice as compared to the blog. The next thing I did was add a Docker file. And basically all this does is use the TensorFlow base image, set a working directory, expose a port, and start the Jupyter server. And basically, since Jupyter's already installed on the base image, there really was very little that I had to do. And the next thing is to grab the URL for the repository, and I'm going to go here and clone it down. Git clone. So TensorFlow for Poets. So now I have the content itself on my local machine, and I'm going to start Docker. And I'm using the new Docker for Mac engine. And so unlike the old Docker machine setup described in the article, the new Docker engine starts with just a click of an icon. So it's a really, really smooth, slick experience. And once it starts, I'm going to start LaunchBot. And that's going to open the GUI tool that's going to allow me to manage the containers. So now once LaunchBot starts, I can say I want the TensorFlow image, and I want to use the Docker for Mac beta on my local host, and I want to map my directory where I just downloaded the TensorFlow, the TensorFlow for Poets repo. I want to map that into the container and make it be the working directory. So I hit launch, and now here is my container running, and I can click the link to open the Jupyter Notebook server itself. And so now I'm off into Jupyter with the content running as my as the material that I'm editing. So once I'm inside there, I can run the commands that are described in the article interactively. So I can do things like create a working directory. I can run curl. So you'll see here it's giving me updated example, an update of the download progress. And I can even, if I want to, edit the code itself. So let's say I can change headlines, I can save these, and then I can save them on to my local file system because I've mapped them into the Docker container. And that allows me to create a record of all the work that I've done. So if I want to make a fork and show my own analysis and put it on my GitHub page as a fork, this setup allows me an easy way to do that.